Let's start off with the funny. Manchester United have just lost to Copenhagen 4-3. 4-3. When I started setting up this stream, it was like, what was it? It was 3-2, and Man United were winning after receiving a penalty, I think. I don't know all the nitty-gritty. I was kind of watching via group chat, just checking into different group chats and seeing what they were saying about the game. And from what I gathered, there was a lot of refereeing intervention, penalties, red card for Marcus Rashford. The one thing that I'll say about this is no complaining about the refs, because we're just supposed to accept what the referees do. So if the referees are not good and don't do a good job, no complaining. Big Ange said no complaining, just accept the refereeing decisions, right? So I don't want to see any complaining in the future from Spurs fans, Man United fans, Chelsea fans, everybody that tried to gaslight us into thinking that it's just okay for referees to be bad at their job and you should just take it. Man United fans, no complaining, no complaining. Soft red card on Rashford. Well, accept the referee's decision. Oh, bad handball decision, referee, no big deal. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, because that's what you told us. But anyways, Man United have what? 2 points or something like that in their group? 1, 4, 5? They're at the bottom of their group. That's all I saw, was that they're at the bottom of their group, child. It's not looking good. What I'll say, though, is that from an Arsenal perspective, I need Baldy to start winning some games. I need to get that little, that little bit of hope that Man United fans get and the club gets after 1 or 2 wins. That's what I need, because we don't need Baldy leaving, because at some point they're going to find the right manager. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I mean, losing to Copenhagen, that is nasty. I mean, no offense to Copenhagen, but I'm sure their club, their stadium, and their players probably cost less than what Man United spent on Harry Maguire. What the fuck is going on? Anyways, so getting back onto Arsenal. Because we have to get into our game, because Arsenal have done a really good thing in beating Sevilla, and that's going to get us a step further to where we want to be, and first, I just think all in all, it was a very professional performance from Arsenal, and getting the win is all that really matters in Europe for me. I think the Premier League for me is where I want to see the football that we play, but in Europe, just get the points. Just get the points. I don't care what it really looks like. I don't care. So professional performance, got the win, 2-0, clean sheet. Sevilla had 1 shot on goal, and it came in the last couple of seconds of the game. And our defense was really good. And I know that they didn't really pose a huge threat, but still, our defense was actually really good, and we're really solid back there. And we finished the chances that we needed to finish. I'll say that Martinelli, we have missed him in the attack because he's our only really direct winger. And if his final ball was better, we probably would have scored 5-6 goals. You know what I mean? And so it was a combination of maybe his final ball not being great and also the runs not being great. But equally, these players haven't really played that much together this season. They really haven't. So I can give that a pass because, of course, we won the game and Martinelli does end up getting an assist. Saka does what he usually does, goal and assist, no matter what his performance really is. And no matter how much he gets hacked down, he still comes up with something. And so that's the difference between average players and top quality players, is even when you're not at your peak form, you're able to contribute in a significant way. And so I'm really happy about the fact that we got that result. It's so important for Arsenal, with the injuries piling up, to just put this group away. Arsenal really need to go ahead and put this group away, because we don't need this to become something stressful that it doesn't need to be. But one thing I will say, the difference between us and the Europa League and in the Champions League so far is that I do feel like we've been a lot more professional. And I get that the Europa League, it looks like who cares about it? But I just always felt like our performances in that competition were unprofessional. And these ones are like, we just get the business done. Like this, like Lens was the outlier there, but PSV, Sevilla away, Sevilla home, all those performances for me have been very good, so I'm happy about that. That's the good. The bad from today is that Saka comes off limping, and Arteta did have an opportunity to sub him off. He subbed Reece Nelson and Vieira on, had the opportunity to maybe leave Trossard on and take Saka off, and like, boom, just like that. I don't know what this little bubble is. Every time I see this little bubble, I think somebody is controlling my stream because I did not put that little bubble up there. Do y'all see that? Do you guys see that? Did y'all see that bubble? Because am I the only one seeing that bubble? Where is it coming from? What is it? It's so strange. But let me see this Rashford nonsense. What are you doing? Shell. What you doing in the box? Rashford, what you doing in the box? That is a crazy red card. Y'all didn't see that bubble? Oh my God, you guys. You guys didn't. I swear I'm not tripping. It was there. I promise. I promise. Anyways, Arteta did have the opportunity to take Saka off, and he didn't. And like seconds later, Saka's down on the ground. When we're 2-0 up, you can take him off, And so I think we're in the territory now with Saka, where it's like Arteta really needs to manage him a lot better now, especially because we have so many injuries. Emile Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, Partey, Gabriel Jesus, the list, it's there. So yeah, I think that was probably the bad in the performance or of the day, is that Saka came off. But ultimately, like, with all the injuries that we have, with the 2 losses that we had back to back, one in the Carabao Cup and obviously with Newcastle, it's just nice to get the 3 points. It's just nice to win the game. And now we can go into the Burnley game at home and hopefully rip them up, because I think we need a good offensive performance. Now, was this a good attacking performance? You guys will let me know. In my group chats, we were talking about, yes, obviously, like, we passed the ball forward. So it's not like there were no progressive passes, but I did kind of feel like at points during that half, the first half, with all the dominance that we had, that our ability to access, again, those central spaces was limited. Everything was going down the sides. And unlike the Premier League, I don't think Sevilla was really doing any sort of good job at flooding the midfield. I think they pretty much threw the game in the first half and just hoped to God that they were within a goal, and then we're going to throw on some of their better players at the end. But the lack of like central progression is something that's becoming more and more obvious. Rice is way off into the left. Kai Havertz was way off into the right. And then it was just Jorginho there in the middle. And beyond the pass that he made for Saka for the first goal, I don't really think that like we really accessed those spots. And I thought they could have used Trossard a little bit more and passed him into his feet in between the lines. Now, maybe I'm nitpicking. You guys will let me know. But it's the same thing that I felt when we played against Sheffield, that we're the much better side, so we're going to win the game. But when we get into the games against, like we said, like against Newcastle, against Chelsea, we're going to struggle because those teams are a lot better. So, you guys, look at this dog. First of all, she got a bath. Look how cute she is. Do y'all see this? You see how cute she is? She's real cute.